With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I nostri programmi sono offerti in molte lingue. Consultate suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Man's killing of fellow creatures is considered to be the most heinous of crimes, which merits capital punishment or the death penalty. Please continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, because it's a great pleasure to see other beings live well and live happily.
Adab Arz Hai means greetings in Urdu, one of the official languages of Pakistan. Compassionate viewers, I'm Shah Leila. The radiant people of Pakistan appreciate your thoughtful actions that bring love and kindness to those around you. May your faith be ever strengthened in heaven's boundless love. Welcome to Ahar or Diet, selections from The Wheel of Life by Sant Kirpal Singh Ji Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2. Sant Kirpal Singh Ji Maharaj was a disciple of the well-known master of Bias, Hazur Maharaj Sawan Singh Ji. They met in 1924 in the ashram of Baba Sawang Singh Ji on the banks of the Bias River. In the master, Kirpal Singh Ji recognized the luminous form he had seen during the 7 previous years in his meditation. Hazur Maharaj Sawan Singh Ji initiated him into the spiritual discipline of Surat Shabd Yoga, and from then on, Kirpal Singh Ji dedicated his life to reaching the summits of spirituality. Today we will continue to present to you excerpts from one of his books, The Wheel of Life. This book explains in detail the theory of karma or action and reaction, the way to escape from the endless cycle of transformation, and how important our diet is to our spiritual pursuit. Ahar or diet. Will thinking persons just stop a while to cogitate on and realize the true position of man? Why is he so proud to call himself or to be called the noblest of creatures, the roof and crown of the creation? Whither is man moving headlong? Is he not standing on the brink of a terrific precipice with an extremely sharp declivity, ready to topple down at any moment? He has, by his conduct, exposed himself recklessly to chance winds of nature's vengeance. Hourly he stands in danger of being swept to the deepest depths of physical and moral annihilation. Man has taken his lessons in diet from the beasts of the jungle and acts like a wild creature. He delights in taking the flesh not only of the harmless creatures like cows and goats, deer and sheep, the innocent fowls of the air and fish of the water, but actually partakes of the human flesh and the human blood to satisfy his insatiate hunger for gold and riches. He has not yet finished his course of self-aggrandizement, which he proudly calls progress. He might well ponder over the basic principles on which the masters advise and prescribe a vegetable diet. Vegetables, too, contain life in a latent form, as has now been proved by scientists all the world over. Still, as we have to play our part in this panorama of life on the stage of the world, and have therefore to maintain ourselves, to keep body and soul together, we have to depend upon the produce of the soil. Yes, of course, there is life in vegetables, fruits, and grains. The essential element of life is growth and decay. The truth of this can be traced from the earliest times. It is not a new verdict, though some of the scientific minds have rediscovered this truth and lay claim to it as their own. Now let us come to the point. In the entire creation, the law of nature holds that life depends on life. Like creatures in other grades of creation, man also maintains himself by eating something containing life. Outwardly, it appears that, with regard to contracting karmas, man is in the same boat with other creatures in the lower strata of life, animals, reptiles, and the like. Nature has one other propelling wheel working in this material world, the law of evolution. It provides that all living beings pass from one position to another. As they travel from one order of creation to the next higher, each being has a separate value from the lower one. The basis of determining the face value, as well as the intrinsic value, is matter and intellect. The more valuable the constituents of matter presents in a being in prominent form, the more the intellect and the more the value of the being. Saints apply this law in the solution of the problem of diet for man. Whether he heeds it or not, saints place this law before man so that he may reform his diet and avoid, as much as possible, a heavy load of karmic chains in which he is inextricably held fast. Each kind of diet has its own inherent effect on man, detrimental to the acquisition of the highest aim, self-knowledge and God-knowledge. This law coincides with what man generally accepts, although he is unaware of the reason for his actions. Comparing the following data in everyday life will confirm to man's surprise that what he takes as acceptable in social living remains in total agreement with the law of nature here explained. The man's body, with all the 5 tattvas or creative and component elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, in full activity, is valued the most. This is why he tops the list of beings in the creation and is considered next to God, his creator. Man's killing of fellow creatures is considered to be the most heinous of crimes, which merits capital punishment or the death penalty. Next, value is placed on quadrupeds and beasts having 4 tattvas in active operation in them, the 5th either being almost absent or forming a negligible portion. The wanton killing of another's animal, therefore, entails a penalty equivalent to the price of the animal in question. Then comes the place of birds with 3 active elements in them, water, fire, and air, and hence are considered of a nominal value. Lesser still is the value placed on creatures who have two elements active, earth and fire, and the other three existing in a dormant or latent form, as in reptiles, worms, and insects, which are killed and trampled without the least compunction, as no penalty attaches in their case. Least value is placed on roots, vegetables, and fruits, in which the element of water alone is active and predominates, while the remaining four elements are altogether in a dormant state. Thus, karmically considered, the vegetarian and fruitarian diet in fact constitutes the least pain-producing diet, and man, by partaking of these, contracts the least karmic debt. He is therefore to be content with this type of food as long as he cannot dispense with it and take to something which may involve no consequence at all.
When you think about a better tomorrow, you think about veganism in the world. Riza, vegan.
Caring viewers, thank you for your company on today's Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is Wondrous Underwater Structures, Part 2 of 2, Lost Cities Uncovered, right after noteworthy news. May the purity of your soul be cherished in the wondrous blessings of Jannah.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW